Hello student, now let us discuss applications of equilibrium constant. Okay, so we already came across what is the equilibrium constant. Okay, how to calculate the equilibrium constant. Okay, and we saw the various examples for that. Okay, now let us discuss here applications of equilibrium constant. Here we have three applications. First one is what? Here we have total three applications. First one we have predict the extent of reaction on the basis of magnitude. Okay, here we are going to define the what, how much extent reaction is completed based on its magnitude, means what, based on its value. Next, prediction of direction of reaction, means as you know very well, for example we have equation a plus b. Okay, a plus b gives rise to, okay, c plus d. Okay, this is means what, this is a forward reaction. Okay, now if you go for the backward reaction, means what, c plus d gives rise to a plus d. This is called as a backward reaction. Now based on the equilibrium constant, you can tell either reaction is going forward reaction or it's going to moving backward reaction. You can tell that is the prediction of direction of reaction. Next, calculate the equilibrium concentration. So what is it that mean equilibrium concentration means? Again, if you go for again this equation a plus b. Okay, let us see, it is in equilibrium with the c plus d. Okay, so initially, for example, initially we have concentration. Initially if you take here, this is we have the 1 mole, this is a 1 mole, this is a 0 0. Why? Because mean initially we don't have the product. After some time what happened, we have the equilibrium. For assume this is we have the point 2. Okay, this is a 0.8. Okay, mean this concentration at equilibrium. Okay, at equilibrium you can come to know the concentration of reactants and products by using the equilibrium constant. Okay, these are the three applications we are going to discuss. Now let us discuss first one, predict the extent of reaction on the basis of magnitude. Now first one what we have, predicting the extent of reaction. Okay, so if you see here the numerical value, okay, here the numerical value of equilibrium constant for reaction indicate that the extent of reaction, means based on the value. Let us see the example. Okay, but it is important to note that equilibrium constant does not give any information. Okay, does not give any information about the rate at which the reaction is reached. Means what, rate means simply now you can assume as about time. Okay, at what time it reached, it does not give any information. Okay, so it can tell the extent, means how much is completed, but it not tell how much time is taken. Okay, you cannot come to know by using the word equilibrium constant. Okay, for the next one, yeah, next what happened, the magnitude of Kc Kp is directly proportional to the concentration. Here when you writing the equilibrium constant, okay, either you go for the Kp or Kc, what happened, you are going to write the word molar concentration of product to molar concentration of reactant. Okay, so if you see here, K is directly proportional to product and inversely proportional to what, reactant. Okay, so the magnitude of Kc Kp is directly proportional to the concentration of the product, as this appear in the numerator of equilibrium constant expression, and inversely proportional to the what, concentration of reactant, these appear in the denominator. So here the K value was directly proportional to the product. Why? Because means this appear in the what, numerator, and inversely proportional to reactant. Why? Because means these are appear in the denominator. Okay, next, okay, this implies that high value of K, here high value K suggests that high concentration of product and vice versa. Okay, for example, K value is more. K value is means what here, as we discussed, is directly proportional to product. Okay, means K value is increased, means what, product concentration is increased. For example, K value is less, means what, reactant concentration is more. Why? Because means K is inversely proportional to what, reactant. Okay, so inversely proportional means what, if its K increases, R value has to decrease, means vice. Okay, reverse. Okay, so here directly proportional means what, K increases, P has to be increased. So here, so high value K indicate means what, there is a more amount of formation of product. Okay, we can make the following generalization concerning the composition of equilibrium mixture. Here we have some values. Okay, some points. Let us see what are those. You see here, if K value is greater than 10 to the power of 3, okay, products predominate over reactant, that is Kf is very large and the reaction proceed nearly completion. Means what? If K value is 10 to the power of 3 means, for example, okay, go for the examples here. Nearly completion of product means K value is more means already we told it indicate means product concentration is more, means product concentration more means indicate means what? The reaction is nearly to completion. Okay, let us see the examples now based on this. So if you see the examples here, we have the values for, okay, if you see the reaction of H2O2 at what? At 500 Kelvin, okay. So here the equilibrium constant, how much we have? 10 to the power of 47. What we know, it is should be more than, K value should be more than 10 to the power of 3. So here what? More than 10 to the power of 3 means what? Here we have 10 to the power of 47. So it is what? Product concentration is more. Again if you see here, 4 into 10 to the power of 31, okay, for H2Cl2 gives rise to 2HC at 300 Kelvin. The value how much we have? So 4 into 10 to the power of 31 indicate means is more than 10 to the power of 3, so product concentration is more. Next example, H2 plus Br2 gives rise to 2HBr. At 300 Kelvin, the Kc value how much we have? Again here what? 5.4 into 10 to the power of 18 means more than 10 to the power of 3. So in all this reaction, product concentration is more, okay, means it's going to react in the forward direction. It indicate means forward reaction is taking place. Okay, next second case, if you go for the next second case, so based on this value you are going to tell, based on the magnitude you are going to tell either reactants are predominant or products are predominant. Okay, so here all less value indicate means what? Reactants are predominant than the product. Okay, here me indicate means in this above example products are predominant than the reactant. Why? Because means K value is greater than 10 to the power of 3. Okay, in our above examples. Next, if you see the Kc value in between 10 to the power of minus 3 to 10 to the power of 3, okay, appreciable concentration of both reactant and products are present here. So we have both, okay. Consider the following example. For example, H2I2 gives rise to 2HI. Kc at 500 Kelvin, how much we have? 57, okay. This value lies between the 10 to the power of minus 3 to 10 to the power of 3. So here we have both H2I2 and HI concept means reactant and product both are present. Next, also gas phase decomposition of N2O4 to NO2. Okay, here what happened? If you see the Kc value, how much we have? 4.64 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So again the value lies between this. So in which neither too small too large. Hence equilibrium concentration we have both. Okay, both means what? This is my reactant. Okay, this is my product. Mean both we have. Okay. Now let us see here dependence of extent of reaction on Kc. Already we discussed. Here if the value 10 to the power of minus 3, 10 to the power of 3 means what? We have both reactant and product both are present at equilibrium. If it is greater than 10 to the power of 3 means reactions proceed almost completion. Means what? Products are more here. Okay. Here if the reaction is what? Less than 10 to the power of minus 3 means what? Here reactants are more predominant and reactions hardly to proceed. Okay. So based on the K value you can tell the extent of reaction.